Hey everybody, welcome to another Tripwire Interactive live stream for Killing Floor's 15th anniversary. I want to first double check to see, can I be heard? Can I
Audio
be
check.
heard?
Audio
Audio
check.
check. Syllabus.
Oh, keep an eye on chat. Hello, Governor Green.
I see a hello, I see a hi. Oh, did the game start?
Oh, I think the game started. Somebody readied up.
As
That's
long as we
fine.
don't go into the house, I think we can
Okay.
chill here for a minute.
As long
Okay.
as we don't go in the portal. Oh.
So yeah, okay, the delay is real. Yes, we are here, and I have special guests. I am Molly from Tripwire Community Manager. With me, as always, most of the time, when he wants to tolerate us, I guess, and we care to tolerate him, Yoshiro, Senior Community Manager at Tripwire. And then we have a couple extra special guests. David Hensley, Game Director of Killing Floor 2. Alex Quick, concept creator of Killing Floor and the creator of the Killing Floor mod. So yes, pretty cool. I know there's a lot of fans that are excited to see you guys and hear from you. But for those of out there that do not know who you guys are, can you give us a little introduction to yourselves and let us know like a little bit of your history with Killing Floor? I will start with Alex.
Yeah, hey, I'm Alex. I made Going For a mod when I was like a little baby, and Tripwire bought it from me and turned it into a cool video game. And then my buddy Dave and I made this weird toy master mod for it, and we're playing that today. So that's all you need to know.
Oh wait, hold 1 second. We might have to start this game over.
That's fine.
Oh, it's going great. Just don't let him out of the box.
Yeah. We're doing it. We're keeping him in his box.
You just never shoot the box like.
He's out.
Oh,
You just stabbed Molly to death in like 2 seconds.
I think we failed.
Yeah,
Okay,
we weren't quite ready for that start.
This mod is
David.
actually harder than I remembered.
Okay, well, thrown right into the fire. Let me get in there. Is the video wonky? Let me know. Is the ratio right for the screen?
I don't see the video up yet, so I only see the four heads.
I have one bullet left.
I think we need a balance pass on this mod still.
Yeah, hold tight, everybody. We'll get gameplay to you in just a second.
Here we go.
Turn on my stream if you guys want.
There we go.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, I am dead because I was not around for that.
I don't know if you respawn.
I don't
forget.
respawn, I don't think.
All right, let's restart this.
So yeah, originally the plan was to take our time, have a couple questions. We wanted to get started on the gameplay instead because we were worried about time. And we loaded into the server ahead of time, but it started without us. So a little
I was just
hectic.
about to buy the golden chainsaw too. Aw.
All right, so we were on Alex and how you have a history with us and all the awesome things you do. Though you hadn't mentioned, Killing Floor is not the only game of yours that Tripwire came on board and helped out with. The other being Maneater, which I know we have some fans out in chat up for. So
Yeah.
That's true. It's a fact.
all right, and David, tell us more about you a little bit.
Sure, I'm David Hensley. I've been at Tripwire for close to 20 years. I worked on all the Killing Floor games, Red Orchestra games. I didn't work on the KF VR game, but KF 1 and 2. I used to do a lot on KF back in the day. Like I made all the monsters and the characters and all the gore effects and stuff. But most of the monsters, I basically just took Alex's, original concept and just did like an art pass on them. So they're really all based off those original mod designs. And then I just tried to push the graphics on them and maybe bring some different horror influences to some.
All right. Well, thank you for introducing yourself. So, as we do have a bit of a time limit for our special guest, Alex, who once again, thank you for taking the time to join us. We are going to kick off the game this time on purpose
Yes.
and get rolling. We do have some questions that were asked previously by some of our past members out in chat as well as over in our forum. So we're going to try and get to those as well as try and pull some additional questions in from chat. And just as a reminder for those of you who are new to our KF2 or KF anniversary streams, we're very excited about the future in Killing Floor 3, but this isn't going to be a stream where we chat about that. There is many exciting opportunities for that in the future. So just keep an eye out.
Come play with us.
So I want to make sure we talk about what we're playing, right? Did we get into that very much?
I mean, they mentioned it a little bit. What is Toymaster? What is this creation?
So this is Toymaster is a mod that Alex and I built. At the time I was trying to push myself to like, could I make characters in a mod, and I was trying to learn Unreal Script, and I like creepy toys, and
We see
I started
that.
with
yeah,
just-
yeah, we see that.
I started with just concept art for each of these little creepy toys, and this uses Alex wrote this game mode, the objective mode that we sort of built on, and yeah, I think the gameplay. One of the things I was trying to do is make it feel a little more. One, you're trying to protect this crate in the middle. But if you fail to protect it, basically it unleashes a huge creepy toy. So like, it sort of
Maybe.
flips the protect.
Maybe we want to let it out.
You don't want to let it out.
I do
open
not
the
want to let
box.
it out. Yeah. Let's keep what's in the box in the box.
But yeah, I just like fighting creepy toys, little baby dolls with scissors and little
I was
stabby
gonna say, did you like
dolls.
raid your mom or grandma's like closet of old toys or something to like come up with
These
these
are not the
concepts?
toys
Like
I had
where
as
did
a
these come
kid.
from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just tried to imagine like what I'd be terrified if it came alive. I had a lot more creepy toys planned, but this is all that we got in the end.
They're creepy enough.
This mod is like
We might have to
most
crank up the
wholesome thing in Dave's
difficulty.
brain.
I know this is wave 1, but
It seems a
Yeah,
little bit
they didn't
easier
mess
than
up
the
this
last
time. Yeah.
playthrough.
Oh, and I might know why. Difficulty might have changed on map change. It shouldn't have, but it may have.
oh, it
It's
may
been a
have with
while
the
since I
restart.
ran a KF1 server.
A KF1 server. You don't have one?
Yeah.
Shame on
Yeah,
you.
no. Not on the regular these days.
Do you think
Yeah,
it's
I don't
weird
have
that
to do anything. I can just.
Yeah, we got some people over in chat saying hi to Alex.
I'm back.
Bring back memory of the old days. All right, should we?
This is pretty easy.
Yeah. All right, I will try cranking this up. Please stand by.
Gotta show them how good we are at the video game.
We need hurt us mode. Well, not really, but we'll try harder than this.
I think it's weird that the toys spray brains out when you blow their head off.
I don't like that.
I like it.
I also really like this portrait behind the box that's sort of like jittering really quickly.
All right, I know exactly. Okay, I think I figured out why that happened now. All right. In theory, we're restarting at a harder difficulty. In theory, I promise nothing.
I promise nothing.
Thank you, RZB, for the congratulations on the anniversary.
So whose
Alright.
voices are we hearing in Toy Store? In Toys? No, that's not.
That's
My bad.
not this franchise.
Toy Master.
I think we used Twisted Christmas voices for some of the toys because
Okay, that makes
we
sense.
didn't have a budget to do custom voices, but the Christmas ones had like cute, creepy sounding voices.
That sounds right.
All right, I need to retry.
Oh, there we go.
Looks like I'm
Yep.
loaded.
Yep, Server Joe is taking a hot moment.
Alright, ready. Let's go.
This time for realsies. We got this.
We got this.
We got this. All right, let's drop into one of my first questions here.
Come play with us.
So Alex or David, since you guys are new to being our special guests, is there any sort of inside, behind-the-scenes stories that you can bring us? Interesting stories, even doesn't have to be, you know, the most awesome thing. Just from the development of Killing Floor 1 or possibly others in the franchise that you worked on.
Going back, like, you said 15 years, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean it's going to be longer for you, you know, working on the mod.
My brains aren't what they used to be.
I got one
Honest-
little anecdote.
We'll
There you go.
jump to David and give
Yeah,
you time.
yeah.
So back when we were working on Killing Floor, I was working on the gore effects, and our studio back then was in the second floor of a church, basically in kind of like one room, and I wanted to make like really awesome blood splatters, and I went to school for makeup special effects, so instead of making it in Photoshop, I decided to like actually make fake blood, and I had like a whole room in the church like
I didn't
laid out
know.
with with poster boards and was turkey bastering blood splatters all over it. And that was the day that the lady from the church came to visit our studio. And we basically had like a Dexter kill room that I had to kind of like cover up when she was like walking by. So that was fun.
I was gonna say,
I'm
just
not-
about 2 weeks ago when I was last around the office, we ran into somebody at lunch who was actually a member of that church, and he was remembering us being there.
Really?
So yes,
That's
we were sharing
crazy.
stories.
Yeah, we were there for at least 5 or more years, I think.
So I guess because I didn't ready up, I didn't get loaded into the match. I didn't.
What?
I didn't know
We'll get
that.
past wave 1 at some point.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, you'll probably just respawn when you get the next wave.
Hopefully.
I didn't
Alright.
when I died.
Now that we've had the Dave story, Alex, have you had time to think of anything?
I tried and I failed. I'm gonna be honest. It's all a blur. Like, yeah, I started working on Killing Floor as a mod, just kind of like when I was going to school, and it started off as like a Battlefield Vietnam total conversion, and that was really hard and bad because Battlefield modding was like massive at the time. And switched to Unreal 2.5. Well, Unreal 2004.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember like I was kind of like working on it while I was in school, and I was talking to John on like IRC or something, and he was like, "Hey, this looks cool. Do you want to make it like a Red Orchestra mod?" And I said no. And, anyway, yeah, like a while later, he basically reached out to me again, or I reached out to him, can't remember which, and yeah, like Red Orchestra came out and was doing great, and it had like some new graphical features that I thought were cool, like it had like a bloom effect, which was like a huge thing for Unreal back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I'll port it just so I can get the bloom. And yeah, the rest is kind of history, I guess.
No, it didn't load me in.
Yeah, I think at the time we started shipping RO mods on Steam. So if you ported it to Red Orchestra, we would actually like ship the mod on Steam, and that was
Oh
part
yeah,
of the
that
big
was
deal.
Yeah.
another part too. It's mostly the bloom, but that was part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it did not load me in at the way.
I was gonna say you could reconnect, but I don't know if I will.
No, I don't think it'll let me.
I
Oh,
mean,
you
my
mean
other
because
option
it's-
is to reload it a third time and actually make things even harder.
No, you guys can finish it. I can't get. Oh, no. There's
Yeah,
not
this
like
game doesn't have-
first person spectate. I think that's like a.
Yeah,
This game doesn't have crosshairs, huh?
it does not.
No,
it
it's
feel like-
it's very old
Red
school.
Orchestra code, it's built on the Red Orchestra code base, and
Where
it did not feature
crosshairs were
crosshairs.
impossible to make.
We just did not have the technology.
Can we turn
Yeah.
You can turn crosshairs on, can't we?
No,
Not
that's
KF1.
KF2. You
Yeah.
need a mod in KF1 to do that. But I will add that there's a group of diehard Killing Floor fans that's the only way to play for them is without the crosshair. They like that immersion and I guess the added level of challenge that comes with it.
I mean, that's how I play.
They also play with like the rest of the HUD off, like all the little like main counts.
I have seen people do that too.
Yeah.
I know there were mods to hide that stuff for people who didn't, particularly know like what commands they could try to use for stuff like that.
We got the clowns.
Oh no!
They're
Don't
sending
feed
in the clowns.
Remember the clowns being kind of tank.
I think his name is Pinwheel, if I remember correctly.
Dude, this gun is really
All
hard.
right, chat. Since I see somebody else says KF2 no crosshairs for me, how do you guys all play? Crosshairs, without crosshairs?
I
like
will
crosshairs.
add that I started playing on streams with crosshairs, sometimes on, sometimes off, being supportive of everybody. And I ended up getting kind of used to crosshairs. So when I came back to KF1, it took a bit.
Is
I
the
definitely
default
like
thing in
aiming
KF2
down.
crosshairs or no?
Would you-
On console, it's definitely defaults to crosshairs. PC, it might not.
I can't remember if it's default or not. Chat on this.
We definitely did a lot of work on KF2 to like add controller support and make it feel good on PlayStation.
Killing Floor makes a really good couch game. Like, there's something really fun about just chilling on your couch, leaning back with a controller, splatting heads, I guess.
Or in this case, smashing doll heads.
Smashing porcelain dolls.
Yeah. With their creepy little eyes.
Oh, I know one little Easter egg, I guess. For those of you that looked closely in KF2, are you on the Dosh, Alex? Is that you?
Might be.
I do believe that is
I've
Alex
been
on the
on
face
the
of the
Dosh.
Yeah.
I think somebody put like a crown on my head.
Yep,
Yeah,
you're very
Queen
royal looking.
Alex of, I don't know what country you're queen of, but Queen
Killing
Alex.
floor. The floor.
Yeah. Queen of the floor, Alex.
Queen of the floor. Alex.
I'll take it. Yeah, I forget who did that. I think it was, might have been Aaron or something.
I know
Yeah.
for the longest time we actually had some physical versions of that Dosh that we were giving out.
Yes,
but
I
I'm not
have
sure
a
if any of
couple.
it is still around.
Not in any like numbers, real numbers. I heard.
Ironically, I never got any, so
Oh.
feel sad.
I would offer you mine, but I think I really only have one at this point. I think I had two,
It's okay. It's a
and I
collector's
gave
item.
one away to
Yeah.
somebody.
Your retirement plan.
That is, I need that. Yeah.
My retirement plan is to one day sell it to this guy named Alex Quick. Do I think Willie wants one?
Buy back your own money for more money.
Uh-oh. Well, now I know your plan, Yosh, and
Uh-oh. I
I
should
might
have said that
interfere.
out loud.
Cannon
Build
bullets.
the box.
Yeah, I'm curious
Oh.
if it's, I don't know how high the chances are, but if you've ever run into us at a convention and got a piece of dosh off of us, or there were a few little swag things. You know, there was a prescription pad, some Horzine prescription pad. I don't want to know what they're prescribing. It's probably Zed juice too, but I
know,
just
all
think
your
of
favorite
it
things.
as like, yeah, like Horzine or like these snake oil dealers with this Horzine juice.
Hey, Molly, you spawned in.
I did. It decided I deserve to be here now.
It decided you two could be a part.
You two can fight the doll menace.
All right.
I'm gonna get the steampunk machine gun.
Let's see. Anybody out in chat have a question they want me to ask? Remember, can't be about killing floor 3. I know you're excited. We're excited too.
We're excited too, but we're
Not gonna answer it.
we're celebrating where
Yes.
we've been before we talk about where we're going.
What is your favorite song from the soundtrack? From James over on YouTube. He says Infectious Cadavers goes hard. Does anybody
I'm
have a
always
favorite
impressed
song?
that
I would agree with
people,
that.
yeah, know the names.
I mean, I like the title screen music a lot. I think that's a synthetic track.
Yeah,
Anything's
The-
in.
I had KF1 up for a long time in the background, just listening to the music while I was getting ready. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I like this little layout. I forgot about this room.
David.
yeah.
Doesn't it open up more rooms or something? Or
Yeah, in this mode, I think you have 2 waves per room. And then the last room I think the next room is the boss. It's like evil Jack in the Box. Throwing out
As
saw
opposed
blades.
to non-evil Jack in the Boxes?
Pretty much everything in this mode is evil.
Love how you spelled kill with the like little children's toy cute. Just noticed that.
Yeah, I was going for like a playful, murderous vibe, kind of.
playful murder vibe.
Yes, like one does.
Whimsical murder.
Yeah, like a.
Perfectly normal people
Does-
think about.
Here's some
Like a
trivia.
mischievousness, kind of. Like,
Here's some trivia for chat. What KF2 map can you find similar dummies to these guys in?
I know they're a collectible, and I would say Farmhouse, if I was to guess.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
A little bit of trivia. I actually made Farmhouse map also. It's like the
Oh,
only
cool.
KF2 map I made. Although,
I was gonna say it's a port from Red Orchestra.
no, it's like Farmhouse is a unique.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Are you talking about 2 or
thinking
1?
farm.
You
I'm
guys
thinking
are
of
talking
farm.
about-
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, that's on
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, we
Kill-
have farmhouse and farm, 2 different
Yeah.
names.
Killing
I'm
Floor
confusing myself.
2, Killing Floor 2 Farmhouse is what I made. And
Oh,
KF1
no.
Farmhouse is a
We're about to lose the box. I think the box
just
is
got
open.
let out.
Things just
watch
suddenly
out.
got hard. I don't know what happened.
Well, the toy got let out of the box.
Oh,
That's why you gotta protect the box.
instead of just chit-chatting? Okay.
Oh, he's coming for me. Ah! That kind of sucks. Love the
And
steampunk.
so they're all going for the other box
Let's
now.
see if I can
Well, that makes
get
it slightly easier.
alt-tabbing one time.
I need a AA-12 for sure.
I don't think we have one of those in this game.
Yeah, this steampunk machine gun kicks like a mule and doesn't really do much damage, so I'm gonna switch it up.
This might have been a little touched on earlier, but yeah, it's someone that came in, Psycho Gamers, that's asking who was the inspiration behind Toy Master?
Did you say who was the inspiration?
What
or-
was like what any kind of inspirations? Like what did you pull from?
I'm just
Yeah,
well, like I've always been a
creepy?
fan of creepy toys coming to life, like Child's Play and.
You can just say mental illness, Dave.
We do get questioned quite often about why are you the way you are when the art starts getting revealed.
We're about to lose the other box. For those of you still alive, you might want to focus on protecting it.
Yeah, I saw Child's Play in the theater when I was in like, I think elementary school or something, and
Oh, this kids movie.
I think the first movie I ever saw was Nightmare on Elm Street when I was like 5. So I was like
Old horror
warped at
movies.
a early age, I think.
Old horror movies were just fun. Like, I don't know. And I guess there was just a lot of everything. I don't know.
God.
There's a lot of trying of really weird stuff.
Jared's gonna carry us.
I mean,
Get him,
there's
Jared.
81 left, so
He's the
this
medic.
This is the typical Killing Floor experience. Like everybody wipes, and then one dude just like kites them for an hour.
And
It's
it's
the
always the
medic,
medic
it's the
because they
medic.
can move faster.
It's
Yeah,
the
forgot about that.
survivability.
I think have you ever went to like a grandma's house and she has like a creepy doll room
Yes.
and it makes
She
you feel
doesn't call
uneasy?
it that though. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's something with like dolls weren't creepy in a generation ago or whatever, but I think we're trying to capture a little bit of that with this. Oh, this the green ones throw their knives.
Do you have any grenades?
No, I was trying to save people earlier and I ran out of them.
Dude, this looks horrifying.
This is legendary fighting.
This is literally my nightmare.
He's not even playing as like a really good class for kiting dudes either. Oh no, wait, he is. He's a medic.
Yeah, but I should have the grenade launcher and a katana if I really want to maximize my kiting ability.
I thought you were support because you had a shotgun.
No, I picked that up somewhere.
And Killing Floor.
It also
use
happens to be
weight.
the only weapon I have ammo for right now.
Oh man.
In
So
Killing
screwed.
Floor, the floor giveth and the floor taketh away. The floor is about to take away.
Uh-oh,
I
I've
wonder
lost
is
my
there...
now.
We gotta fight another wave in this room.
I think so. There's only wave 3.
Jared, if you
think
survive,
there's-
you're a legend.
Don't
Yeah,
leave me!
man.
Oh.
Oh,
That
Ah,
was startling.
that's
There's
painful.
a
have to reload.
phantom,
What number difficulty was that? I think we pumped it up one too high.
They're all going like.
over your body. That's horrifying.
Yeah,
I mean,
when they
it started
stab you
off
with butcher
kinda
knives.
slow still, but in theory, that was hard. In theory.
It felt hard.
Now,
All of a sudden.
I originally was trying to make traps in this mode where you could like place.
Do we need to move
Place
the
traps,
transit
but,
if we want to
yeah.
play around the transit?
Let's jump on transit.
All right, 1 second, guys. I'm gonna bring the server down momentarily and bring it back up.
So we're going to now play KF1 in an official map, an objective map called KF Transit. And this is the last map that was released for Killing Floor 1 before the release of Killing Floor 2. And it tells a bit of the story of how the Patriarch, I guess, got to France, basically, is what it's doing. Because, yeah, France, you show up in Paris, in burning Paris. But yeah, it's fun, and let's see, you guys got any questions while we are doing stuff? No, we cannot talk about Killing Floor 3 right now. We all want to listen. There's a lot of stuff like burning.
All right, go ahead and reconnect.
Okay. That we're burning to talk about, but marketing has plans, and when we step on those, they don't like it. Rightfully so.
I will say, if you watched the PC Gamer announcement earlier today on the platform formerly known as Twitter, they announced that they're going to have a Killing Floor 3 gameplay reveal. So that is something for you to watch out for.
Yes. So, with that in mind, the best way to find out the latest information for Killing Floor 3 is to make sure you follow the Tripwire social channels.
Because when we
Okay.
have news, we will be shouting it from the rooftop. From Psycho Gamers, Alex, quick. When creating the KF mod, did you ever consider making another story-based campaign during development?
Yeah, I think so. I like the single player stuff and like story driven stuff a lot, and honestly, I think like that's what the objective mode sort of was me trying to like put more of that into Killing Floor. So yeah, I always love having like a sort of story to go along with the mindless violence. So sure, for sure.
It makes it a little
Alright,
less
David?
mindless, I suppose. Well,
Little
you know
bit.
You
why?
want to join us in here?
I was waiting for the server to travel. Is there-
You'll have to reconnect. Just type reconnect in console.
Okay, got it.
It got hung up because I brought it down.
There we go. I was just
Yeah.
staring at toys stabbing at my corpse for like the last 10 minutes.
This is my life now.
Trying to grab
chat
some other
chiming in.
questions before. Yep, go ahead.
Chat chiming in saying they super enjoy the objective stuff.
David, maybe one for you. This one's more lore based. Is the original Patriarch Kevin also mutated, or just his clones?
Yeah, I don't know if I can for sure answer that. I'm
I
gonna
missed-
say
I
yes.
missed it.
He is also mutated, but
But that's not an official answer.
it's not
What
an
is-
official answer.
what was-
Okay.
What was the
I have to
question?
check
'Cause I
the
kinda
lore
missed it.
archives for that.
Whether the original Kevin claimly is mutated or just his clones.
Feels like Killing
I
Floor
feel like
lore is
we-
kind of like do it yourself. Like
Killing
You know,
Floor
you can-
gives you enough
bit.
clues, yeah, that you can kind of tell what's there, but it doesn't give you all the answers that you desperately want.
what would be the
Here's-
coolest version of it? That's the
Yeah,
version.
what I think what I have been told that I don't even know if it's quite what you're asking was that he mutated and then cloned himself, and that's what we fight in 2. But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
See, nobody's sure. There's so many questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well, I think his mutation just grows over time, so like
I mean, he never stopped messing with himself, I think is what we are supposed to take away from it. He never, the body horror and the mad science never really stopped. And so whatever was left of original Kevin, human being Kevin, is not so much there anymore. It's what became of him the more he lost himself in his crazy.
At least that's Molly's headcanon.
No, I mean, I feel like that's what the takeaway is.
Honestly, that sounds really good. We should steal that.
Yeah. Somebody write that down. Write that down.
Yeah, that's good.
But also, yeah, Killing Floor, fun, look cool, kill stuff, have fun doing it is the basics.
Yeah. So another question
Sorry.
that was previously submitted and passed along, as I try not to die here. So open to either David or Alex. What are some of the biggest gameplay design challenges that you recall having to run into?
what are we-
Especially as it results in, like, you know, the development of the Killing Floor franchise, and how has your, you know, designs evolved based on that?
I would say, I mean, one of the biggest challenges is balancing the game for different player counts and scaling the balance based on, you basically have anywhere from 1 to 6 players, and then you have KF1 had 5 difficulty modes, I believe. Oh man, I just got wrecked.
Is
looked
this
away for you
also
for
on
just a
hard?
second.
Is this also
Yeah.
on hard?
I think it's on suicidal, if I had to guess.
That might be a mistake.
Yeah.
I'd say for me the most challenging part was like the balance between like I know in Killing Floor 1 there was a big emphasis on like defending a single area, like welding doors and kind of like trying to choke point everybody. That sort of design versus like moving, like frantically running through an environment and trying to like, you know, fend off enemies while you're on the move. So like the push and pull between those two different scenarios, getting the right balance of those, I think was a challenge. Because the game's boring if you're just sitting in one spot, just, you know, popping heads over and over forever, but it's also boring if you're just frantically running around like a headless chicken.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I would say that's one thing. Welding doors and door welding gameplay, I think, was the best in KF1. That's a really difficult thing to nail
The
because
maps were
you really got to manage how many entrances you have in any gameplay area and be able to shut them off with the, you know, welding the door, but then also have portal spawns or something that still allow some Zed to get in.
yeah. Like, I remember in KF1, we kind of didn't have a lot of, like, spawns, like, sneaky
All right,
spawns.
we're now on hard. We should be able to survive this time. I believe in us.
Oh, yeah.
okay. I also.
But yeah, we launched with, like, a lot of, like, kind of broken maps, I think, like, where you could just sit in one room and, like, never have to move. But
I was gonna say I recall not rocket jumping, but shotgun jumping onto things the Zeds couldn't reach and just, you know, staying there forever.
oh, no.
I think West London had that where you could sort of lock yourself in a room. But it did give you like a breather, allow you to like
Oh well.
kill each other and stuff.
Yeah. I'm just gonna reconnect because I crashed. But yeah, that gameplay wasn't bad. It was actually pretty fun. Whereas I think Killing Floor 2 was going for more of the like, you have to always be moving kind of deal. It does have
it's
some
a bit
of that,
more
like,
more frantic.
yeah. So both are cool. I think, in my opinion, the best version of Killing Floor is a balance of both.
Will the keycard spawn if I'm standing here?
I just gotta like re-enter that IP because I had like a few driver crash.
I got the card. Man.
Oh, it spawned somewhere else that time.
Yep.
So
David,
I
don't
gotta-
die. I'm trying to heal you.
I forgot about the stay still. I'm trying to heal you.
Oh, healing
KF1.
is so hard. Oh my gosh.
Hey, still, you monka.
Dropping the healer on my feet. Get on it.
That's probably why we added the heal grenade things.
I believe it is
Yeah,
one of the
killing
reasons.
darts.
Yeah, and there's like a health blower type thing, isn't it? Or no, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bio
that's
blower.
all right. Chasing someone around with a syringe, going, "I'm gonna heal you."
That was the reason we originally made medics faster than every other perk.
Yes, that's
So
why.
you could actually catch up to
Chase-
people to
chase-
heal them. I just remembered that. So
Yep.
haha.
That is why a medic
So the
is
reason
fast.
kiting exists in Killing Floor is because medics couldn't reach people to heal them.
Like that
There's a
would've
little
been-
bit of fun development, you know, lore and consequences.
And in 2, you got a little bit of a lot of like an aid in your aim.
Anybody got dash?
I do not have any despair, sadly.
Broke as a joke.
We're all.
Alright, let's
are we
see.
all
I'm gonna
four?
try to help you guys a little bit more, but I gotta shoot in like 5 minutes. So
Okay.
All right.
Well, we super appreciate you joining us. So
Yeah, thank you
Uh,
for dropping by,
you're welcome.
reminiscing about Killing Floor, which
yeah, Alex, quick,
from
everybody.
all those years ago. Everybody say thank you for Alex joining
Yes,
us.
please thank him for joining us.
Thanks for letting me wallow in some nostalgia. I like it.
Uh-huh.
Anytime,
Well,
anytime.
we are glad we could help you feel older today.
Yes.
I do feel.
And you are welcome back anytime.
All right. I'm gonna do one last epic shootout, and I gotta go.
All right. Let's break through this
We're
door
in.
and kill some stuff.
We're coming, Rachel.
Yeah, I think when I worked on KF1, I didn't have a beard or any gray hair, and now I got a gray beard.
Hey, look, it's Rachel.
Here she be.
Proceed.
So that kind of leads directly into my next question as we discuss how old we are and how long we've been doing this. With such rapid advancements in like technology, like how has that changed any of your approaches to game design?
Alex, you want to go first?
I mean, I've been using Unreal for forever, and so keeping up with like what's happening on Unreal has been how I've done that personally. I'm working with UE5 right now, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'd say, you know, nothing's really changed that much. Like, there's new graphical stuff, but like the core gameplay stuff, you know, and how you write code is largely the same. So, yeah.
I think one of the biggest jumps was when we moved from node-based navigation to navmesh. That just allowed us to do a lot more things with AI. And then the gameplay ability system in Unreal now is really great for scaling and leveling, and I guess you can create more complex system designs with it easier.
Alright, thank you for letting us know. Molly has, well,
I was eaten by a clot.
left the
It's
building.
very dark. It's very dark. I didn't see it eating my feet. It did eat them, and then.
I'm gonna heroically die saving you guys.
Okay.
No! Oh, come on!
Well, the baddest of the Santas attempted to heroically throw himself out the problem.
Save us, Santa!
I'm
And the
doing
grenade-
it.
Oh, Santa, no! Oh, and
The
through the
grenade
world
ended
you
the
go.
horde that he was hoping to valiantly charge into. You know.
I pretty much just died for no reason, but well.
Did you remember
thank-
to yell "yeah" while firing your guns up into the air? Because you're supposed to do that before you run in your death, I hear.
Who told you this? Who told you that was
I don't know.
acceptable?
I don't know. Is it a Hot Fuzz reference? Is it
I think
Simon
so.
Pegg and Nick Frost's fault?
That
Possibly.
seems about right, yeah.
Alright, guys, well, thanks for having me. And,
Thank you.
Thanks
yeah,
once again.
yeah, if you want to do another stream sometime,
Alright, yeah, please.
Thanks,
Well,
Alex.
you said the word, so there's evidence now, and
Yes.
I'll
You opened the door.
Yeah.
Now we'll bug you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. And that is thank you again to Alex. So, David, you are going to be put on the hot seat for all future
All right.
questions.
Oh.
And for Chad, if you had any questions for Alex, too bad, he's gone now. So, sorry.
Hold them until next time.
But yeah, hold them until he comes back.
I am poor.
Another question over all the questions like seem to be pulling from YouTube land. I love you, YouTube land. I almost said something else. But do the devs agree that Spillway is the best map? I know that at least one or two do absolutely think that. I think we talked about that last stream, and Spillway does often come up as a favorite map, both internally and out there in chat land. Let's see, I'm trying to find some questions here now that I'm not dying.
Did I not buy it? I didn't buy it.
Seasonal maps are
I
always so
don't.
beautiful. Thank you, Zabad Medic. Rage Quitters calling Alex the granddaddy of KF. Yep.
He do be.
The legend, Alex Quick.
Who had the explosive? Oh.
Ooh, there's a good question
There,
that
there.
Dave might be able to help with. Dave. Oh, there's two questions. Cameron Leonard, what happened to the KF1 trader? Is she still alive? If you mean in-game, actually, in this map, you find out exactly what happens to her. If we go down the right hallway, we will find her dead body before the end of this map.
She's dead.
So that there is actual solid canon on that.
Yes.
Yes. She does not make it to KF2. She dies before.
But is it a clone of the trader that died?
Oh.
Who was the trader working for all along?
Oh.
Another
are
one.
we the baddies?
I-
Oh.
I do believe there is some questions around that. Dave, maybe you could point us in the right direction on this one, even if you don't remember an exact. But do you recall what official KF2 map took the longest to create? And do you recall
Probably.
any design challenges around it?
Yeah, I would say probably Burning Paris. Just because that was the first map that we made, and it was also like a complex city map. So there was like a ton of architecture we had to build. We're trying to define art direction, performance, gameplay. So that map definitely took the longest, and still one of my favorite KF2 maps.
I was gonna say, you just made me remember the, I believe it was Ambulance with 1,000,000 polygons. Speaking of performance on that map.
That ambulance had multiple iterations. Oh my gosh, behind us.
Yeah, I'm
Iterations
behind it.
I think.
Yes. So, during as David was mentioning, we got a flash pound on top of us. Throwing grenade down. There was a time in early KF2's life cycle, before the public really had a chance to play it yet, where we were working on the performance of Burning Paris, and there were questions about why some of the streets were performing so poorly in terms of frame rate. And then somebody realized, I want to say it was QA, that it was every street that had the ambulance model on it. So we went to investigating, and it turns out the ambulance model was more than just a nice visible outside of an ambulance. It was also a full inside of an ambulance that users or players would never see, and was not called out. So
That reminds me of, this isn't a KF thing, but in Red Orchestra 1, when we were working on Red Orchestra Ostfront, we had a couple similar performance issues. And one, there was like a candle that somebody made that was like 10,000 polygons. And there was like many of these candles all over the map. And there was that, and then somebody got carried away with an Easter egg and created this giant UFO bunker under the map.
still the best Easter egg we've ever made.
What's her name? The Baba Ganoush? Was that it? The Baba Ganoush? Or is that something different? Yaga. What is it?
Baba
What I
Yaga.
s- Baba Yaga. Whatever.
You said Baba Ganoush, which I
What
think
did
is some sort of sweet.
I don't know.
But there's things that are, ish to that. But yes, on a certain map, there was an Easter egg that was 2/3 of the map's performance. And if you managed to break into the Easter egg, because you had to work to get in there, you didn't get it for free. I'm running out of ammo on a lot of things and trying to stay alive. You would end up wandering down a hallway full of developer pictures, and we would all whisper our, online handles as you went by us. And at the end of this hallway was a hangar with, a purely science fiction, secret German World War II, airship UFO thing. But then you might realize that there's no way to get out of this hangar and hallway. So you might just shoot one of those pictures that we so lovely whispered our names in as you went by. And then we would all start laughing, and then you would explode.
It's beautiful in my opinion. I don't know
It
if we
was-
just keep going or if we don't get to what we need to do is kind of what I'm thinking here.
Uh-oh. I am officially out of
We
ammo.
created a bad situation.
Yes. I don't think we moved forward. I think we did the wrong thing.
Ah!
Hey, you gotta carry us again, Jared.
I don't think that's happening, ironically.
We needed the
The
take that
nitro,
thing-
yeah.
Yeah. You do have
There's-
yeah.
Yeah. But you see, I also have this fleshbound friend.
Well,
And
yeah, he hates nitroglycerin, so I guess it cools him down. I don't know.
Since Alex left,
Alex left and it.
yes,
It-
it's changed
hold
out
on.
the yes. Hold on. Thank you for the report. We
I
can
didn't
get that
think about
fixed.
that happening.
Yeah. All right. So David, why don't we just drop back to the menu and talk to David a little bit more?
Sure.
Um, David, how do you ensure that any gameplay mechanics you've worked on have enhanced narrative elements of the game? And can you provide any examples of where this was particularly successful?
Well, I mean, I think just doing objective mode maps was a way to like enhance the narrative. Some of the mechanics I liked in there was like where we would use equipment that the perks already had for some of the objectives. Like I think there's one where you have to repair stuff and use your welder for it. So it's kind of like using the tools that the player already has, and then but using them in the narrative context. I kind of like that.
And I'm being told we should have played on normal because transit is hard. I think I can agree
It
with
is
that
hard, and
sentiment.
I had forgotten that it's like
Yeah.
extra hard.
Yeah. We didn't even get to the not so secret but super secret part of that, which is the double flesh pound or patty fight at the end.
No. I don't know what we want to do time-wise.
I think chat. Do you have any more questions for David before we bring an end to this stream? We've been chatting with you and showing off some
Before
KF1.
we end, we do have clips for game
We
win.
do?
For
Oh, we do.
some clip winners from the giveaway contest.
All right.
So yeah, questions, and then I'll get those clips ready.
All right, last chance for questions, chat. Red Lunin says this game was my childhood. Awesome, love to hear it. Another, I would play this with my friends some more. I would say the big problem to watch out for Slayer is you gotta know how to forward some ports.
Yes.
So your
There
players
is
end up in the right place.
documentation on it though, so
Yes.
if you ask for some help, like in the Discord or something, someone will definitely help you. I want to chime in with the memories that actually, in the spirit of Killing Floor's 15th anniversary, making everybody feel old. My dad played Killing Floor before I ever did.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I learned about Killing Floor through my dad and my brother. They were playing it. And then he grinded out all his perks and has all the gold level prestige perks. I did not. I don't have that kind of dedication. But yeah, that was his game, man. That was his game to come home from work. But he also loved Unreal Tournament, Quake, all that stuff. But the horror vibe of this and whatnot, yeah, he loved that. And so, yeah, when I got to work for Tripwire, he like lost his mind over it. And was super excited to hear about more coming out.
Yeah, the perks are one thing. Like if you ever play the KF mod, there are perks in there, but they're kind of hidden. Like there might be a text-based menu somewhere, and that's one of the things that we really did in KF1 was like bring in the perks to the forefront of the UI.
Yeah.
So you really see them. You get excited to progress them, and a lot of UI work went into KF1 coming from the mod.
Paid off. Good game.
All right. Do you want to show off some of our winning clips?
Yes.
Molly?
Actually, let me get their names in front of me. Let's see. The first one is... Where'd she go? Oh, the first one is Rachel from California, and their team is taking down a patriarch, and they, let's be honest, they are bullying the heck out of this.
Does not look like the video is playing. Looks like it lost the feed.
Oh, I didn't start it yet, but
Okay.
okay.
Well, it lost the feed of what was up then.
Oh, I closed Killing Floor. That's why.
Ah, that would explain it. Haha.
Sorry, I forgot I had it in studio mode and had to hit the transition. There it is.
Sure. You think running away will save you, bullets, anyone?
Just joining us out of where we actually use some of your favorite games for the last 15 We've been picking winners and giving them cool stuff.
Yeah. It doesn't say here exactly what they won. But wait. Oh no, they did. They won a Steam Deck. Rachel won a Steam Deck. There it is. I'm blind.
Ooh, that's
So
a custom
Go for it.
Killing Floor 2 or Killing Floor 15-year anniversary Steam Deck, I believe.
Yeah, so it's gonna be extra pretty. Show that off. Rub it in all your friends' faces. But yeah, enjoy that. You do not have to be here to collect that. Someone will be emailing Rachel to let.
Can you go back to the studio view? It's on a black screen now.
Yes. I'm gonna play the next clip actually.
Okay.
From there's just nothing for it to transition to. We've got some absolute mayhem courtesy of Cameron from Toronto, and they won a Steel Series prize. Let's check that out.
Oh god. They weren't live when they sent the new test page.
I was gonna say studio view.
Thanks, guys.